Welcome one and all in the region, across the nation, and around the world. We welcome you to Pontiac, Illinois on highschoolcube.com. And this is the game that, the entire tournament field has been waiting for. Number one, Simeon in the house, taking on the Purple Raiders of Bloomington. My name is Brian Snow, joined by E.J. Williams and also Will the Thrill Clancy on the ones and twos and pushing the camera shots. And, EJ, this is the game we have spoken of all week, and this is the time we have spoken of all day. Number one, Simeon, the best team not only in the state, but number one in the country, is in this building tonight.
Well, I'll tell you right now, there's not many people who get the chance to see the number one team in the country on any given day. So we are blessed to have this opportunity just to check out this game. It's the number one team in the nation. What else do you say about that? Obviously loaded, the number one player in the country as well, and Jabari Parker. And not only a supporting cast, because the starting five all quite possibly will be Division I players.
Yes, indeed.
And quite farther than that. So it's something special. We'll see what happens as the crowd continues to file in. It's been spectacular.
Jim, the tournament director, turned to us after the end of the first session, and he said he hoped, this was his exact words, and I quote, he hoped to have a good crowd. I'd say this is a pretty good crowd that we have here.
I'd say it's a fantastic crowd.
Let's see if Will can take a couple of shots of the crowd as we show everybody here that we basically have a full house here in Pontiac Memorial Arena. It's number one Simeon. It's the upset-minded Bloomington Purple Raiders. Simeon coming off of a win against the Whitney Young Dolphins at UIC, and that game drew 5,000 fans. That final was 62-55, and Mr. Williams, we've talked about it before. There's nothing more you can say except to let this last minute plus run off the clock and throw the ball up in the air and let's play ball. This is the game that we've been talking about.
Well, I'll tell you this, and this goes for anybody, but this is one of those games where you know there's a clear-cut favorite, but you still don't underestimate
Absolutely.
your opponent. So you hope and you don't expect Simeon to kind of fall for that per se. But, again, this is basketball.
Yep, and there are trap games all over the place.
Absolutely.
All right, Bloomington in the gold uniforms, the purple and white motif down the side. They'll have the purple numbers trimmed in white, and Simeon in the home whites. And they will be...
Once again, welcome to the
Let's go down to the public address really quick.
Basketball tournament. This is game number 6. Game number 6 between the Chicago Simeon Wolverines and the Bloomington Purple Raiders. The teams are sponsored locally this evening by WJEZ Radio and Grinnell's. Our IHSA.
You know what? The referees are in place, the coaches are in place, and I tell you what, I have goosebumps right now. I've been at this for many, many years, and I have never had goosebumps like this when you have the number one team in the land, in the country, here in your house during the Pontiac tournament. Let's go over the starting lineups for Bloomington. Isaiah Donnelly starts in one guard position. Jamal McDay is the second guard position. Brady Rose starts in one forward. Jacob Romani at the other forward. And 6'4" Jacob Scroggins will round out the starting five. You know, a tradition that they have here in Pontiac that kind of throws a lot of teams off. The teams were expecting team introductions, but they don't do introductions here in Pontiac. And we talked to Buzz this morning to see who was in. We talked to Buzz, the PA announcer, and he says it just takes too long. But at the same time, you know, when teams are expecting it, you kind of want to see it, you know.
Indeed, and actually, I was thrown off at that particular moment because
I think we both were.
Both were set up to do it,
And that's kind of become, part of our identity that we pick up the introductions. But starting lineups for Bloomington: Donnelly McDavis, along with Brady Rose, Jacob Romani, and Jacob Scroggins. Jabari Parker will take the center jump for Simeon. They travel right to left in the home whites. Ball tapped in the air, taken on the floor and stolen. Steve Taylor had it stolen away from him as Romani has it this time. Cross court to the right side for Brady Rose. Out front it comes to Donnelly. Donnelly on the move to the right, coming back to the left. It's McDavis. McDavis out to the right side for Jacob Romani. Romani swings it right side to Rose. Rose pass underneath, blocked by Jabari Parker, the number one player in the land right now, and Jabari Parker immediately makes his presence felt.
We've been here all day since 9 o'clock, actually since 7 o'clock this morning, but the first game at 9 has a 3 on the way.
3 by Rose, miss. It's tipped to Taylor. Taylor on the move for Simeon outside right. Taylor holds and looks for help, now has it out to Norris. Reggie Norris leans over the dribble and works it to the right. Now has it off to the right corner. On the move to the foul line to the left corner for Norris, low left Taylor. Taylor backs his man down, comes out on the dribble, swings it back out to Parker. Parker holds left of the key, he'll pop a 3 instead. Off the front of the rim, rebound Rose. Here come the Purple Raiders, a minute gone, no score. Donnelly across into the front court, outside left against Kendrick Nunn. Swings it back to McDavis to the right side for Romani. Romani back to Donnelly, now to the right side for Rose. Rose holds and looks, swings it back left to Romani. Romani holding and looking, starts his dribble, gives it to Donnelly. Donnelly works it deep to the timeline, guarded by Norris. Swings it right to Rose. Rose right side at the timeline, guarded by Kendrick Nunn. Now back to the left side for McDavis. McDavis on the move, back to the left for Donnelly. To the right side, Rose. Rose holds and looks. Back to the left for Romani. Romani back right side for McDavis. McDavis on the move. 3-point strike. Comes back out of the dribble. Lifts a 3. And it's off the top of the rim. And the rebound to Simeon. And here they come on the fly. And all the way. Layup, nope. And he drew the foul.
You hate to say it's been a slow-moving first quarter, but again, like we talked about earlier,
indeed,
the mismatch here, Bloomington just trying to slow things down and keep it at a low-scoring pace so they can have an opportunity to win this game.
First one, missed. And we still have no score, 6-12 for the quarter. Second free throw, nope. And the rebound chased down by McDavis. No score as we played a little less than 2 minutes. Now we're at 2 minutes. In the left corner is Romani. Romani back up top to Donnelly. Donnelly against Norris, swings it right side to Rose. Rose back out front to McDavis. McDavis on the move to the left corner, picks up his dribble, gives it back. Romani's 3, count it. That's a 2 for Romani. Romani makes it 2-0 in favor of the Purple Raiders. 5:39 left in the half, and all the flash bulbs are going all over the place. To Parker at the foul line. Parker fakes, back out to Nunn. Nunn holds left corner Parker. Parker on the move to the left baseline, clears out some room, gets underneath, shoots it in. Nope, traveling. Wipe it out. Wipe it out.
And I think Parker actually slipped as he was going baseline.
Yeah.
He checks his footing, wipes both of his shoes down. He clearly saw the slip, so the basket negated turnover. Simeon.
Romani gets it across to McDavis. McDavis outside right. McDavis in trouble, had it popped away, gets it back, shoots it in off the glass. 4-0 in favor of the Purple Raiders. Now they run ahead to Parker. Parker, lefty layup is in, and he drew the foul. You were saying?
Well, there's Parker. And for those who never had an opportunity to see Jabari Parker, a quick timeout call by Coach Simeon.
Indeed. Simeon needs to get everybody back in. The Simeon Wolverines, the number 1 team in the country as well as the state, trailing 4-2, and it's a full timeout. And Will, are we going to stay here or are we going to go to a break? Will says stay here. We're going to stay here. 4-2 our score in favor of the Purple Raiders. Even 5 minutes to go in the first. And Simeon started slow against Whitney Young last Thursday night. But they've always been able, and you know this, EJ, from watching the Public League, especially Simeon, teams like Simeon and Whitney Young and those elite teams, Curie included, they find ways to pick it up after a slow start.
Absolutely, and when you have the Raiders who are actually trying to slow down the pace and get Simeon to do things that they're not used to doing, to get them out of playing Simeon basketball, is to get up and down the court and find Jabari Parker. So that time we found Parker, but watch out for the Raiders as they fall back into the 2-2-1 zone after a made basket.
Or the 1-3-1. Or the boxing one, which Rick Majerus made famous to stop Mike Bibby in Arizona.
Absolutely. But it'd be tough for a boxing one against this team, because
especially with so many athletes.
Yes.
Jabari Parker gets ready, aims the free throw, got it. Simeon 1 for 3 from the line. 4-3, 5 minutes to go in the first. McDavis has it in the backcourt. Simeon sets their pressure. Romani has it against Norris. Now to Donnelly. Donnelly at the timeline, back to Romani. Romani back to Donnelly. Donnelly out near the timeline. Donnelly works it to the right. Switches hands on the dribble against Jabari Parker. Out front, McDavis. McDavis backs up on the dribble against Norris. McDavis on the move, right of the lane, now finds Donnelly. Donnelly swings it left side to Rose. Rose works off the screen from Scroggins. Now to McDavis, out front now to the right side for Donnelly. Romani swings it left side to Rose. Rose in the left corner. Donnelly's three. Count it! 7-3 Purple Raiders, 4:10 for the first. Kendall Pollard shy of the timeline to head to Parker. Drives in. A lob for Taylor for the dunk.
And that's the problem with the 2-2-1 right there. You got 2-on-1.
And
you can't get
nearly
back.
a steal, but a foul call. And that foul is charged to Kendall Pollard, his first foul on the Wolverines. 7-5 our score. 3:57 remaining in the first period of play. Romani to come in at three-quarter court. He flips it into Donnelly. Right in front of the Purple Raiders bench as Donnelly, chased by Kendall Nunn, meets the double team down to McDavis. McDavis trapped at the timeline, lost the ball, and threw it away. Belongs to Simeon with a chance to tie.
And as soon as you get that sense, just like I got Brian, you saw the alley-oop pass. We talked about it all day, that one play that'll get you going. And an alley-oop pass to Steve Taylor can do that for the Wolverines.
Jaylon Tate on the floor for Simeon. He kicks it left corner. Steve Taylor's three. Short. Rebound Pollard. Back to Taylor on the drive. Shovel to Parker. Right-hand dunk. You were saying?
There it is.
Tied at 7. 3:28 for the quarter. Romani has into the backcourt. Shovels ahead. Tapped by Pollard. Stolen by Parker. 3-on-1.
Oh, wow.
Oh, baby!
Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Will, if you didn't get that one, we are personally going to throw you out of here. But I trust Will the Thrill got that one. And 9-7 Simeon, a 6-0 run, including two dunks. One by Parker and one by Taylor.
Look, here's the deal, Brian. And this will sum it up.
I don't think you have to tell me, but tell the fans, please.
Anytime that the rest of the tournament competitors and opponents, participants, come watch this game, it's a big deal.
Oh, yeah, because everybody is here.
Teams that played at 9 o'clock this morning have come back to get their seats for this game. 9-7 Wolverines, 3:17 left for the quarter. And you better hope you reserved your ticket. This is sold out
in advance.
Sold out
in advance.
here.
We got a full house. SRO, if that. Donnelly with a bounce pass ahead to McDavis. McDavis outside left, squeezes through, finds Romani. Romani fakes, gets it back to Donnelly. Donnelly chased outside by Kendrick Nunn. Donnelly on the move, left of the lane, now brings it back out, works it to the baseline, shovels it back out to McDavis, tapped out of bounds, belongs to Simeon. Matt Martis and Antonio Sims on the floor. Rose and Donnelly go out.
I tell you what, if the Raiders or intimidated whatsoever. They're not showing it, and that's a good sign of a good team and a good coach.
9-7 Simeon, 2:50 for the quarter. Here comes a lob to Taylor, two-hand dunk.
It's going to be a lot of that.
Wow. 11-7, 8-0 blitz by the Simeon Wolverines. 2:39 left in the quarter. They are that darn good, and a blocking foul on Pollard. If that's on Pollard, that's a second. No. Who's the foul on? It is on Pollard. That is his second. Jelani Neely comes on for the Wolverines. So it's Neely, Nunn, Tate, Parker, and Taylor. Sims has it in the backcourt. Chased in a double team by the Smurf attack of Neely and Taylor. Throws it away. Nunn a steal. Kendrick Nunn, left-handed dribble. Lost the ball. Ball's free. Nunn dives, gets it back, and throws it away. Scroggins the steal. Now ahead to Sims to the left corner for McDavis. Underneath to Scroggins against Taylor. Down the lane comes Matt Martis. He shoots it up. Ain't no good. Rebound tipped to the floor. Jelani Tate had it poked away and stolen by Martis. Martis underneath McDavis. A fake. He shoots. He missed. Rebound. Jabari Parker tapped out of bounds. It'll belong to the Purple Raiders with 1:56 remaining in the first quarter.
Tell you what, the Purple Raiders hanging tough. Tough, staying with the Wolverines.
1:56 left in the quarter. They come into Martis. Martis to the right side for Romani, to the foul line for Scroggins. Left side, right side, McDavis. McDavis spins down to the dribble. Now chased by the Smurf attack. They give it to Scroggins to the foul line. Blocked at the rim. Chased down by Taylor. Taylor on the move into the front court. Steve Taylor stops, gets it into the front court. Neely fakes a three from the right side. And now he'll bring it back out as Bloomington settles into the defense. They give it to Taylor, low right. Backdoor to Parker. He's fouled. And you saw that play coming. Whenever Taylor gets the ball in the post, or one of the big men, Taylor or Parker, gets into the post, the other is going to flash right to the basket.
It's really, you usually talk about a two-man game between, perimeter player, your point guard, and your big man, but Taylor and Parker can play two-man with each other.
Absolutely, and they can handle the ball so well.
It's remarkable to watch.
Neely has it front court to the right, 1:25 for the quarter. Nunn with a bullet to Taylor, a 15-foot hook shot, missed, rebound Parker. Parker double face, fadeaway jumper right to the key, nope, tip, nope, and a foul. My good friend Michael O'Brien in the house helping things out. And he says Simeon's last 4 baskets are dunks and the Purple Raiders look rattled. I would have to agree. They lob it into Parker. Parker has it right of the circle. Now backs in, fake, fadeaway jumper. No good right of the lane, and the rebound comes down to McDavis. Chakana Tyam on the floor for the first time as we come down to the final minute. McDavis on the move. Left side jumper on the way. Nope, rebound Kendrick Nunn. Here come the Wolverines up 4. Nunn with a bounce to Parker. Behind the back. Went for the dunk. Drew the foul. Yipe. I think Parker was trying to tear the roof off this joint. Behind the back. I haven't seen that done since Chris Webber did it to Charles Barkley. Twice.
And he didn't just try to do it, though. That's the thing. He wasn't just doing it just to be fancy. I think the player called for it. He did the wraparound dribble. Behind the back, boom. I mean, it's clear as day. 8
points for Parker early on. 12-7 in favor of the Wolverines. They have scored 9 in a row. Parker again. Good. 10 straight by the Wolverines. Tyam has it in play in the backcourt. Now swings. Now they have it over to Sims. Sims to Tyam in the backcourt. Back to Sims. Ahead it comes to Martis. Martis swings it to the right corner. A 3. Nope. And the rebound, volleyball down and chased down by Kendrick Nunn. Here comes Nunn on the move. Nunn on the drive. Lefty layup. Backed it in off the glass. Oh, man, this is a 12-0 run. 15-7 Wolverines, 20 seconds for the quarter. Martis has it in the backcourt, and they have it ahead to McDavis. McDavis on the drive, down the lane. Lefty layup is in. That ends the run as Jalon Tate on the drive, shoots it up, banked it in, and drew the foul. Jalen Tate makes it 17-9 with a free throw to come.
Jalen Tate, transfer from De La Salle.
That foul is charged to Matt Martis, his first. 6 fouls on the Purple Raiders, and we're only in the first quarter. 9.3 left. Tate's free throw, short, rebound, none, double fake, and a travel. If he does not bring it down and goes right up, he doesn't get called for the travel. Rose comes back, and also Ryan Stevens on for the first time. So the Raiders will have it to come the length of the floor, left to right, as we see it, and as you folks are watching along at home with us on highschoolcube.com. They come into Martis, 6 seconds, 5, 4, and they throw it out of bounds. Look out! Oh, my word, that whacked the...
Actually got the clock.
Yeah, it did.
I almost hit the clock operator.
We're glad it didn't hit the clock operator. Better the clock than the operator.
She had her hands up. She was ready
She was ready to
bat that thing down.
Yeah. 17-9, 3, 2, none. On the drive to the baseline all the way. Fouled at the quarter. A 2-shot foul at the quarter. And Kendrick Nunn shoots 2 as the people that come on to mop the floor at the end of the period.
He's just standing there.
They're just standing there. I guess they expect Nunn to knock these down too.
That is classic. I've never seen that ever.
First free throw, Nunn in and out. And he's still standing there. I love it. 17-9, Kendrick Nunn, 2 points in the game. Nunn again. Good. That's the quarter. And now the little guy will get to work and mopping his side of the floor.
That was awesome.
Wow. Nunn splits a pair as we close the quarter. Wolverines 18, Purple Raiders 9. Back with the second period after this on highschoolcube.com. Ready for the second quarter, along with the Hot Rod, E.J. Williams, and Will the Thrill Clancy. I'm Brian Snow here in Pontiac, Illinois on highschoolcube.com. Our executive producer is Jim McAteer. And I'll have a special guest at halftime. Scott Burgess of ChicagoHoops.com will join us here in the booth for a little conversation. As we begin the second quarter, the Smurf attack of Neely and Tate on the floor. They join Kendrick Nunn, Jabari Parker, and Steve Taylor. McDavis back on the floor for Bloomington. And a 5-second violation. Pressure, my friend.
Well, that's what Simeon does. They will get after it, and they will pressure you for the entire game. They will not let up.
Hey, folks, don't forget High School Cube is live and kicking. If you like what you see, and we hope you like what you see, text your friends, tell your neighbors, update your status on Twitter, highschoolcube.com. The leading broadcast platform from high schools, and Jabari Parker now with 11.
Parker, almost too easy, the quick spin move baseline and the quick jump shot.
20-9 our score. Sims has it all the way. A left wing three. Ugh! Splat!
Ball gets stuck.
And some of the Bloomington fans are shouting goaltending. That's not going to happen. Sims comes out, and Stevens comes in. (20-9) and 7.5 of the half. A lob pass ahead to Neely. Neely front court to the right. Back left it comes to Tate. Low left for Taylor. Taylor backs in, spins, shoots, lefty layup, missed. Rebound on the floor, comes down to the Purple Raiders, and here they come. They run ahead to Rose. Rose, pull-up jumper, left of the key, missed. Rebound Taylor. He's got 6 rebounds already. They run ahead to Nunn. Nunn on the fly. A bounce pass is kicked. They were coming for Tate. And Tate nearly rammed it home, or had a chance to ram it home. They look to come in. Inbounds violation. Simeon turns it over.
Seen that a couple of times today.
Yeah.
The inbounds violation. And not staying put where you're supposed to be on the end line. If you can't run, you can't run.
Stevens comes ahead to Rose, had it chopped away at the timeline, chopped away again. A steal. It comes to Taylor. Taylor is fouled as he flipped it up and he nearly dropped it. Oh, my word. Where do you get this freakish athletic ability? 189 our score. Steve Taylor to the free throw line. 4 points in the game. Make it 5 with that free throw. Kendrick Pollard back in. Neely goes out. 21-9 and 6:53 left in the half. I see a good friend of mine, Illini coach Bruce Weber, sitting here right below me. Second free throw good for Steve Taylor. (22-9), 6:50 for the half. Neely and a travel. Some of the Bloomington fans don't believe that call, but he did walk. In fact, he took 2 extra steps and not just 1.
Well, once you spin the first time, you
can't spin the second
that's
time.
That's 2 steps right there.
Yep. In the corner is Taylor. Taylor comes out of the left corner. Will hook back to Parker. Parker holds in the left corner, works at baseline, and comes back out. A pass underneath to Kendrick Nunn. He fakes under to Taylor. Missed the dunk. Rebound on the floor. Chased out of bounds. It'll belong to the Purple Raiders.
Steve Taylor on his way to Marquette University.
Congratulations to him. I don't think anybody's working the concession stands outside. They're all in here watching this thing. A jump pass to Dobkus. Here's a 3 out of the corner. Missed. Rebound Nunn. Kendrick Nunn runs ahead to Neely. Neely fakes, drops it to Taylor, lays it in.
Steve Taylor.
24-9, 6 minutes for the half. Here comes Donnelly. Donnelly had it poked away. Rose gets it back out front to Stevens, and a timeout. Full timeout. We'll take it with him. 5:57 for the half. Simeon 24, Bloomington 9. You're watching highschoolcube.com, the leading broadcast platform for high schools. Coming up at halftime, it's the highschoolcube.com halftime report, and I'll be joined by ChicagoHoops.com executive Scott Burgess. He and I will have a conversation, and EJ and I will have the first half stats, and we'll get some thoughts from Will the Thrill as well. 24-9, foul line extended left. The Raiders look to come in play. They come into Scroggins. He nearly fumbled it, and it's out front to Donnelly. Donnelly chased by Pollard, works his way to the left. Now to the left side for Stevens. Stevens, right to left, finds McDavis, now to Rose. Rose back to Stevens in the right corner, fakes, out front to Rose. Rose to the foul line for Scroggins, turns and faces. Now to the left side for McDavis. 5:35 left in the half, Simeon 24, and Bloomington 9. Rose with a right-handed dribble, works it right, gives it to Stevens. Stevens holds and looks, now finds McDavis deep to the left. Now back to Rose in the right wing. At the foul line is Scroggins, comes out three-point stripe, now to McDavis. McDavis and the Purple Raiders trying to slow things down and keep Simeon away from that fast break. Scroggins now to the right side for Stevens. Stevens on the drive in from the right, a hook to Rose, right baseline jump, got it. 24-11 and 4:59 left in the half. Reggie Norris back on the floor for Simeon as Neely gets it across, lobs it back to Rose as the Raiders show a trap. In the left corner is Taylor. Taylor holds and looks. Back out front to Pollard. 20-footer ahead of the key. Noble lob to Taylor for the dunk. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
That looked like a flat jump shot until Taylor flew out of nowhere to cram it down with two hands.
And I got to believe that's something they practice because that was just way too good.
And way too easy.
Way too easy.
10 for Taylor, 26-11. McDavis steps through the double team, finds Donnelly. Right corner, Rose, three. Count it. Rose trying to keep his team in it. He's got 5 in the game, the last 5 lately. A lob pass to Parker. Parker on the move, in from the left all the way. Scoops it up, banked it in. Jabari Parker with 13, and the lead is 14. 4 minutes for the half. Shy of the timeline, they come ahead to Donnelly. Donnelly outside left. Donnelly on the move to the right baseline. Now finds Stevens. Stevens picks up his dribble out front to McDavis. Missteal Parker. McDavis stops three-point stripe. Now to in the left corner. Donnelly's three. Count it again. 2 big ones. Isaiah Donnelly hits a three. And it is 28-17 and 3:29 for the half. In the right corner is Taylor. Taylor back out front to Neely. Neely holds and looks, works his way to the left. Chase back to the right, gives it to Norris. Norris holding on the right wing against Stevens. 3:13 left in the half. Now back to Taylor in the right corner. Low right for Pollard. Pollard, turnaround shot. Good right on the lane. Kendall Pollard with his first bucket. And it's 30-17, 2:59 for the half. A bounce to Donnelly as they break the pressure. Donnelly comes back out on the dribble. Now to McDavis. McDavis stops, pops, missed. Rebound Pollard. Had a man wide open in the corner and they missed it. They run ahead to Parker. Parker on the move, left of the lane. Now gets all the way in, out to Neely. Right wing three. Nope. And the rebound chased by Pollard and grabbed by Scroggins. Now they run ahead to McDavis. Neely had a steal. McDavis lays it in.
Going back to the prior possession, they had Rose wide open in the corner.
They sure did.
And Rose has already knocked down a 3 tonight.
30-19, 2:20 for the half. They lob it to Parker. Parker fakes, shoots. Nope. Lob Taylor, good. He's getting a lot of garbage points. He's got a dozen, all on garbage points. They run ahead to Scroggins. A fake on Parker. Reverse layup. Nope. Travel. Parker chased him down, and Scroggins got scared.
You saw Parker about to go up to try to block the shot, and that caused the shuffle of the feet. He'd already picked up his dribble and tried to go up and under on the reverse.
Simeon 32, Bloomington 19. 2:05 left in the half. Neely in the front court, plays it right corner to Kendrick Nunn. Nunn comes out on the dribble against the screen, down the lane, shovels to Tate, left corner three, nope. Rebound snatched down by McDavis. Back come the Raiders, down by a baker's dozen, and 1:44 left in the first half. Sims to the left corner, Rose, three, count it. Lead down to 10, and Bloomington's hanging around, 32-22, and $1.30 for the half. Neely on the move. Oh, that's Tate. Now to the left corner for Pollard. Pollard on the drive, gets in the lane, shoots it up, banked it in, wiping out, traveling.
Rose has one of the perfect releases when you're facing a team with a lot of size, and the size is against you. His release very high and very soft, so already over the outstretched arms of most defenders.
32-22. They come to Sims, ahead to Scroggins. No, he missed the layup. Tap, nope. Rebound Pollard. Ahead to Nunn. Nunn on the move into the front court. Down the lane. Lefty layup. Nope. Drew the foul, and Nunn will shoot 2. Getting a little chippy out here.
Simeon expects everybody's best. Everybody that will shoe up and play them this season, they expect the best from each and every team because everybody's trying to knock off the top dog.
32-23, Bucks 6 remaining in the first half. Kendall Nunn, the lefty, 3 points in the game. Offers the free throw, good. 33-23. Wait a minute, is that a correct score? I think it's 33-22. We'll get a correction at halftime if necessary. Nunn tries again, count it, he makes 2. 34-23, that's what the scoreboard reads. Now in for the first time, Brandon Clemens. (34-23). 1 minute for the half. Here comes Sims. Sims fakes, spun in the backcourt, and we got a foul. That foul's on Kendrick Nunn. That's his first. Only 3 fouls against Simeon.
Referees might have been generous right there. Thought that was a backcourt violation.
It looked like a backcourt violation. And a foul called at the timeline by Neely. Foul is called on Clemens, his first. 50.9 remains in the first half. Out front is Donnelly. He fakes and throws to Rose. Right corner Sims. Lost the ball and stolen. Stolen by John Gardner. A jump pass to Jelani Tate on the left side. 12-point lead. They got the score right. 34-22. 23 seconds for the half. Now to the left side. They have it for Tyree Washington. Back out to Neely. Jalen Tate holds 13, 12, 11, now 10. Tate sees an opening, works it to the right. Tate fouled out, left corner 3, short. Rebound chased down by Scroggins, and that's the half. Simeon had chances to blow this game open, but Bloomington is hanging around. We're done with the half. It is Simeon 34, the number 1 team in the land. Bloomington 22. We'll come back with our halftime activities after this on highschoolcube.com, the leading broadcast platform for high schools. Welcome back to our halftime report presented by highschoolcube.com, and your score, it is Simeon 34 and Bloomington 22, as we're seeing the number 1 team in the nation here at the Pontiac tournament, and now joined by a special guest, a dear friend of mine. His name is Scott Burgess from ChicagoHoops.com. Scotty, how are you?
It's going great, man. Great day at hoops here at Pontiac. You know, got the number 1 team in the country. Just consistently talented throughout the day. You know, you look at the board, Curry and Danville had a couple of prospects. Marlon Johnson was really impressive for Joliet.
Absolutely.
Just a great field here.
We saw the same kind of hoops Thanksgiving weekend down in Washington, which is where we met. What can you say about all of the holiday hoops that we have seen, both Thanksgiving and this holiday tournament? Because I know you make the rounds with the big tournaments as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just proves that, you know, Illinois has the best high school basketball in the country. Just consistently, there's prospects all over the state. You know, I've been to, 6 5 or 6 high school tournaments. I got 2 more to go in the next 2 days. Just great talent across the state. High major talent, mid major. I've been talking to D2 and D3 coaches consistently in AI schools. There's just a ton of kids all around the state.
What other tournaments have you covered this holiday?
I actually headed up to see Whitney Young and Simeon on Thursday. That was.
I think we both were there for that one.
Yeah.
And that was a preview for March.
Yeah, that was.
You realize that.
It's just a great game, and especially Whitney Young played great, considering they didn't have Tommy, they didn't have Jermaine Morgan,
and they're young.
Exactly.
And they're very young.
And I was very impressed with Jalil. He played great. He stepped up and took a leadership role, and I was very impressed with him. Friday, I went to the Jacobs Holiday Tournament. Caught Huntley, won the championship game there. Very impressed with their big man, power forward Amaz Ezekezi. He's about a 6'6", 6'7" power forward from Huntley. He plays with the Illinois Wolves. 15s last year. He'll play on the 16s this year. Very skilled post player. Goes down on the block and scores. Very impressed with him. Then took Saturday and Sunday off for Christmas. Had to do that. And on Monday, hit up the McDipper. Saw some great talent there. You were there.
Yes.
And where were we yesterday? Proviso yesterday. A lot of great high major talent there. Kid I was really impressed with, Sean O'Mara from Bennett. I think you've seen him before.
Yes, I have. Last year down at USC at the City Suburban Showdown.
Yeah, he's so skilled on the block. And
indeed he is.
I was very, very impressed with him. The second time he's seeing him this year. He scored 15 the first game. Last night I think he had 25 and 9. Just consistently scores on the block. I love his game.
I'll tell you a kid I'm impressed with, going back to the Whitney Young game, Gabrielle Snyder.
Yeah, that was a huge pickup for them.
6'3" shooting guard, but he's going to be developing into a point guard. I can tell you that right now because that's the position Tyrone Slaughter needs. But Gabrielle Snyder reminds me of another Whitney Young guard who graduated from there after the 2007 season. His name is Julian Keller. Julian Kenner.
Yeah.
A very good sharpshooter, can move the ball up and down the court. But Kenner was more of a sharpshooter. Snyder has the point guard skills and can also shoot the ball. So I was very impressed with him. Of course, you're impressed with everyone you see on both teams. And Jalil Okafor, as you said, really stepped up, had a double in that game. So there's great talent all around the state of Illinois.
And I heard today they were playing at the Beach Ball Classic down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Indeed.
He went for 33 points on 13 of 15 shooting, and I saw the shot chart. Nothing outside of the paint.
Wow.
So, he's just a dominant low post scorer. To me, he's one of the most skilled big men I've seen in a long time.
Indeed.
I compare him a little bit to a young Jared Sullinger. Just a great competitor down on the block, and he knows that's where he's best at. With a lot of big men, the problem is they want to play out on the perimeter. With him, he knows he can go down there and dominate.
Absolutely, and he started to figure that out during the Simeon game because Parker dragged him out of the post so many times, but then Okafor really figured out, hey, I can go down to the post and take care of business and take care of what I need to do. That's Scott Burgess of ChicagoHoops.com joining us once again on High School Cube. Mr. Burgess, I thank you very, very much, my dear friend. Keep us posted. Tell everybody where they can find you on the web.
You can find us at ChicagoHoops.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at Scott_ShyHoops, CHI Hoops.
All right, Scott Burgess joining us here. And Scott, thank you very much. We'll come back with the first half stats after this break on High School. We are broadcasting live on highschoolcube.com, and if you're enjoying our broadcast, and we hope you are, let your friends know. Text your friends. Share on Facebook. Update your status on Twitter. And you can follow us on Twitter at highschoolcube. That's highschoolcube.com, the leading broadcast platform for high schools. Register on High School Cube to share and save your favorite games and highlight clips with family and friends. highschoolcube.com. Click on register in the top right-hand corner. Along with a hot rod, E.J. Williams and Will the Thrill Clancy on the ones and twos in the camera. I'm Brian Snow. Number one Simeon in the house, leading upset-minded Bloomington 34-22. And I got a dear friend here in the building, Illinois coach Bruce Weber, checking out the festivities. He was down in Washington when High School Cube was there, checking out the festivities there. So, and I met Coach Weber during my days broadcasting at Whitney Young. We kept in contact. We've been dear friends since. I've been down at Assembly Hall a couple of times. And we're ready to go here in the third quarter. So, Bruce Weber, love your presence here, my friend. Know you're checking out the best talent. My thanks to Scott Burgess. And a first half analysis very quickly from EJ.
Well, it's Simeon. They kind of imposed their will.
That's the greatest analysis
I'll
I've
tell you
heard,
what,
man.
we got to give some credit to Bloomington.
Yeah.
They've been patient in trying to set up their offense. A couple of big threes from Brady Rose. He has 8 points.
They have a chance to cut it to 10 as we start the third quarter. As Donnelly has it out front to Rose. Rose backs out against Kendrick Nunn. Works it left, now finds McDavis. McDavis to the right side for Donnelly. Donnelly holds and looks, turns on the dribble, beats Tate off the dribble. Here comes Donnelly, shovels to the left corner. Brady Rose three, short. Rebound comes down to Kendrick Pollard. Now they run ahead to Nunn. Now to Taylor, two-hand dunk. Where have we seen that before? 36-22, 14-point lead. Donnelly has it front court to the right. Now to the right corner for Rose. Back to the left, tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Bloomington.
And so far, Brian, 2 possessions for Bloomington. Already, Brady Rose is covered. Not there. The Wolverines are not letting him out of the sight. I've got to believe that's
Robert Smith, in his 8th season, knows how to make the halftime adjustments.
Absolutely.
When he took over for Bob Hamrick, you would expect him to be nervous in following a legend, but he's created his own legend with 3 state titles. That free jump shot is missed. Rebound to Kendrick Pollard. Pollard on the move into the front court. Pollard all the way, lays it in. And Bloomington wants a timeout right now. 6:50 for the third. 38-22, Simeon by 16.
Maybe that was the play call.
Timeout, Bloomington. And you've been around basketball as long as I, and if there's one thing that will make a coach upset at the outset of the second half is to see the ball not get stopped, and he charges right down the lane and lays it in. That's exactly what Kendrick Pollard just did.
Yeah, you have to stop the basketball, and especially right down Main Street. You got to stop the basketball,
Absolutely.
and you definitely can't let it come right down the middle of the lane. It means nobody's paying attention. Everybody's back on their heels, on the heels, and you got to be watching where everyone is on the court at all times, especially on the defensive end, especially when you're playing a team like Simeon. But this is a big coaching, it's a good coaching experience right here for the Bloomington Raiders.
Well, this is the time the Raiders need to get back in this game, trailing by 16 and 6:39 remaining. McDavis dances on the dribble against Parker, and a 5-second violation. Wow. Jabari Parker can do it all, folks. He can play offense, he can play defense, and guess what? He played a little defense. (38-22), ball tapped out of bounds. Simeon will keep it.
Coach Mosley having an opportunity to obviously coach against one of the best teams, but this will make you learn a lot about yourself as a coach.
Here's Taylor with a right-hand dunk. You were saying?
And even though that dunk just happened, I'm sure, no matter what the outcome, as long as these guys play hard and continue to play hard, he'll be pleased with that effort.
16 for Steve Taylor. Lead is 18 for Simeon, their biggest. Off to the right was Court. Donnelly has it out front. Donnelly dancing on the dribble. Now finds Romani on the right wing. Romani Works off the Scroggins screen, plays it back to the left for McDavis. McDavis, a straight on three, short, rebound volleyball and out. Parker trying to get it, saved by Donnelly. Donnelly on the move, in from the left, all the way. Scoop layup short, Parker the rebound. And you know Simeon wants to get out and run, and here they come. Pollard shifts to the left corner. Kendrick Nunn's three, nope. Rebound McDavis. 5:20 for the third, 40-22. Simeon with the lead as Donnelly works it left of the lane all the way, and Parker says get it out of here. Tapped in play and saved to Nunn. Back comes Simeon, 3-on-2. Nunn with a bounce to Parker, down the lane, right hand dunk.
Jabari Parker.
Wow. Even when you know what's coming, you're still impressed when it happens.
He went from defense to offense in 20 seconds.
Not even 20.
Not even 20.
0.2. Out to Donnelly, left side is Romani. Romani picks up his dribble, stolen by Parker. Uh-oh, this is trouble. Parker on the drive all the way, shoots it up, bank, nope, drew the foul as Pollard followed it through with a dunk.
Great body control from Parker, of course. Playing the passing lanes again, playing defense first, then creating offense for himself.
McDavis with the foul. His second and the team's first. That's the first foul of the half. And it took a little over 3 minutes. Jabari Parker to the free throw line, 15 points in the game. He offers this one. Good, 16 for him. Neely in, Tate out. And Robert Smith still trying to find a combination that works, but it's been working the whole time. But you don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal if you're Simeon, trying to repeat as back-to-back champions. Or back-to-back-to-back champions. Let me get that right. Jabari Parker is ready and offers the second one. In and out. Kendrick Pollard follows good. Are you kidding me? Kendrick Pollard with 6, and the lead is 23. They run ahead to Romani. Romani on the move into the front court. Romani with a jump pass across to McDavis. Left corner Rose for 3. Count it. Grady Rose with 11.
And Parker shook his head on that, knew he was late to get over with the help, and that allowed Rose to get the shot off clean and knock it down.
45-25, 4:12 for the third. To the foul line for Kendrick Nunn. Nunn works it left the key, comes back out, three-point strike. Plays it back to the right for Neely. Neely holds and looks, looking for Taylor underneath. Can't get it to him, so Neely backs out on the dribble. Works it back toward the lane again. They give it to Taylor. Miss steal, Romani. Taylor, turnaround shot, and a foul. That foul is on Scroggins, and that is his third. They have it in play to Parker. Right corner, Kendrick Nunn. Nunn on the drive all the way. Was going to cup it for a dunk, but lost the handle. Taylor digs it out. It comes out to Neely. Neely works it right, then works it left, then back to the right off the Parker screen. Gives it back to Parker down the lane. Hanging jumper. Nope. Volleyball in play. Saved to Rose. Rose on the move for the Purple Raiders into the front court. Rose out front. Romani straight on 3. Count it. 45-28, 6 in a row for the Purple Raiders.
Another quality possession for the Purple Raiders. Again, being patient with the offense, following the coach's instructions, and not panicking.
Here comes Nunn. Wraparound dribble, slips at the foul line, comes back out to the right corner for Parker. Parker with a scissor dribble, double fake, under to Taylor. Taylor shoots it in and draws the foul. Steve Taylor with 18 and a chance for 19. And that foul is charged to, is that Scroggins? The main board has him with 3. The sideboard has him with 4. We'll figure it out in just a moment. We're going to go with the fact that he has 3 fouls. Taylor, 18, missed the free throw. Nunn the rebound. Turnaround shot. Missed. Rebound tap. Underneath, and Taylor hustles it down. Taylor spins baseline all the way. Lefty layup, good and a foul. That foul is charged to McDavis. Steve Taylor now with 20, and this sellout crowd is in stunned silence right now, EJ.
Well, we talk about how it's just not Jabari Parker on this team. We've seen Steve Taylor, obviously. We've got Kendrick Nunn, Jelani Tate, Pollard, Neely, And the list goes on and on.
Indeed.
Very deep roster.
Against full court pressure, McDavis has it in the backcourt, and a foul on Jabari Parker, his first.
I think it's scary to think that Jabari Parker may still be growing, not only as a player, of course he's growing there, but physically, young man still may be growing.
What's scary is the fact that he could get better.
Well, he's going to get better.
That's the absolute. That's got to be an absolute fright for
He's
everyone in the public
not even
league.
Close to reaching his full potential.
And yet he's playing like this, and he's ranked the #1 player in the land right now. They slip it underneath to Sims, and he lays it in. Antonio Sims with his first bucket. 50-30 and 2:25 left in the third.
Pardon me, Brian. I never saw LeBron James play in high school, and I'm not saying that it's to that magnitude, but I think it's in that area. Would you agree with that?
I think it's better. Foul called underneath.
And I'm not talking about from a talent standpoint.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about everything else around the magnitude, the hype.
And we talked about this on the way down about how the hype surrounding Parker is a lot more positive than the hype surrounding LeBron James. They have it out front, two set Parker. Parker dances on the dribble at the timeline. Here he comes, lost the ball. And it's tipped out from behind by Brady Rose. Next game we'll have Peoria Manual taking on the Pontiac Indians, and a timeout on the floor. Timeout called. 2:06 remaining in the third. Just a reminder, a replay with highlight clips will be available immediately after the game in your high school's cubes. So come back and watch the game again or just your favorite plays. That's highschoolcube.com. Click on register in the top right-hand corner and register to save your favorite plays and your favorite games. Also, we provide absolutely every single high school team and club in America their own Cube to broadcast. Visit highschoolcube.com/get started to start broadcasting your team today. Not tomorrow, not the next day, today. And you better save this clip because we have #1 Simeon right here on High School Cube. In play it comes to Neely. They slip it to Parker. Low right, a hand to Taylor. Guess what? Two-hand dunk.
Steve Taylor.
And this crowd, like I said, they're just in stunned silence right now. 52-30, $1.50 for the third. E.J. Williams will have the next two to finish out the night. Here comes McDavis. McDavis to the right side for Romani. Romani back left to Brady Rose. Rose back to McDavis on the right side. 1:40 for the third. McDavis on the drive right of the lane and on Parker. Parker got a piece. Foul called before he can get there. And you saw it coming. You saw it coming. When McDavis lost his man, Jabari, and got toward the hoop, Jabari Parker was ready to just unleash that wingspan and swat it out the gym.
And he still got the ball. The foul came before on the floor.
That foul is charged to Norris. Jelon Tate in, Jabari Parker out. Parker departs with 16 points. Second free throw good, 52-31. 1:34 left in the third. .127 left as Neely shifts it right side to Norris. Norris on the move, drives right baseline all the way, shoots it up, banked it in off the glass. Reggie Norris makes it 54-31 with $1.12 left in the third. McDavis brings it up. 1:05 for the third. McDavis dancing on the dribble, picks it up, plays it back to Sims. Sims outside right. Sims a standing dribble, works it against Norris, plays it left corner to Rose, back out to Romani on the drive, shoots it up, banked it no good, rebound comes down to Norris. Back comes Simeon, 45 seconds for the third, out front Neely, left side Tate for three, nope, and the rebound to Taylor. Taylor, a hook pass all the way to the right corner, touch pass to Neely, right wing three try, come on! Neely with his first points of the game. 28 seconds left in the third, and this is the run that everybody in the building was afraid of, but knew what was going to happen. They led by 12, Simeon did at the half. It is now 26 right now. 23-point third quarter. McDavis outside left. 10 seconds for the third. McDavis out near the timeline. Far left. 7, 6. And now 5 out front to Sims. They look a little confused. Rose, 3, 2. Rose comes out front to Sims. He'll lift a 3 short, and that's the quarter. Wow. 23 third quarter points by Simeon. And they take a 57-31 lead into the final 8 minutes on highschoolcube.com, the leading broadcast platform for high schools. Register on highschoolcube.com to save and share your favorite games and highlight clips with family and friends. Log on to highschoolcube.com. Click on register in the top right-hand corner. Hey, EJ, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What time is this?
I believe they call this the money period.
It is indeed the money period. It's the fourth quarter. 57-31. Simeon has played like money all night long. And that is an understatement. 57-31. The Wolverines have the lead heading to the fourth quarter.
And a quick holiday tournament update at Hinsdale South.
Uh-oh.
As
What
High
you
School
got?
Cube again is out and about everywhere.
Yes, we are.
Sandburg currently leads Manuka after 3, 26-22. Again, that's Sandburg over Manuka after 3 quarters played, 26-22 at Hinsdale South.
And Brother Rice won earlier today, did they not?
That is correct.
Good.
Defeated Highland Park.
Oh, we got a little moisture. We got a little moisture in the referee trying to give the kid a hand.
Well, nothing beats the young man who stayed on the court waiting for Kendrick Nunn to shoot his free throws at the end of the quarter.
He just took a look and he said, I'm not moving.
That was great.
Kid said, look, I'm getting an up-close and personal shot of Kendrick Nunn, and y'all can't stop me. Here we go into the money period for Simeon, Norris, Pollard, Tate. On the floor for the first time, Washington and Mr. Parker, who has another right baseline. Parker one bounce back out to Tate. Tate back to Parker. Parker turns and faces on Romani. Parker with a swing the ball fake. Double back out to Tate. Half a minute gone in the fourth period. Tate leans over the dribble, works off the Washington screen, pulls up and fires. Missed. Rebound Romani. Romani on the move for the Raiders into the front court. Romani, Sims, along with Beasley on the floor for the first time. To the right side is Martis. Back to Romani. Rose completes the quintet. Romani holds and looks. A minute gone in the fourth quarter. 57-31. Simeon with the lead. As Sims has it back to Rose on the left wing. Rose back to Romani, right side. Romani with a standing dribble now comes up shooting. Missing. Rebound comes down to Tate. Here come the Wolverines left to right here in the fourth quarter. They have it to Nunn. Nunn to the left corner for Norris. Norris comes out on the dribble. Right side, Parker. Parker fakes, now drives it right of the lane. Fakes, now gives it back to Tate. Out front to Pollard. Now on the left side for Norris. Norris holds and looks. Now swings it in the corner for Washington. Washington on the drive. Hook pass back out to Pollard. Right side out front, Tate. He comes up shooting, missing. Rebound tipped, and it comes to Norris, who saves it in play to Tate. A lob underneath to Parker. Two-hand dunk.
Jabari Parker.
18 for Parker. 59-31, 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Here comes Sims on the move. Now finds Rose. Pops a three from the left. Nope. And the rebound comes down to Pollard. Here comes Pollard on the drive. Kicks it right corner to Norris. Norris slips it underneath to Pollard. Kick out to Parker on the left wing. Parker fakes, comes up shooting, and missing. Rebound tip to Pollard. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Yep. And Parker was there just in case. 61-31, 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Back on the left side is Martis. Martis with a shoulder ball fake, has it to Rose. Rose had it pop out of his hands, able to gather it back in. Out front to Beasley. Beasley against Parker, plays it back to Romani. Romani holds and looks with 5:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Swings it all the way to the right side for Rose. Rose on the move, guarded by Norris. Now has it to Martis. Martis back to the left side for Romani. Back to the right side for Rose. In the right corner, Romani. Romani has it underneath and a foul called on Tate. Tate with the foul is first. Fourth foul on the Wolverines. Kendrick Nunn, Steve Taylor, Jelani Neely, and Brandon Clemens all on the floor. And there are 6 players on the floor for Simeon. And Washington will come out. So the 5 on the floor, Parker, Taylor, Nunn, Neely, and Clemens for Simeon. They slip it into Romani, a right corner three. Nope, rebound Parker. A long pass ahead to Nunn. Nunn spins baseline in on Romani and is fouled. This has been, EJ, the fastest quarter we've seen so far.
No question about that, and it's going to probably be even faster because Simeon.
Oh, what a move by Taylor, but he's called for the offensive foul as he spun in the lane.
Simeon knows how to run out the clock with the best of them. And so even though they still have some starters on the court, this is a learning experience for the Wolverines. And I think that's one of the great things about Coach Smith. Always something to learn in any sports you play, but Coach Smith always consistently putting out something where the Wolverines can learn. And they made the adjustments on Brady Rose. Really impressed how they did that. They almost played a box and one on him.
Chacona Tyam on the floor for the Purple Raiders. He joins Beasley, McDavis, Martis, and now Donnelly. Donnelly to McDavis. 4:25 left in the game. McDavis plays it right side to Martis. Martis holds and looks. Leans over the dribble and now works it back toward the timeline. Now works it back to the right and gives to Tyam. Tyam out front to Donnelly. Donnelly guarded by Kendrick Nunn. Donnelly on the move to the right, missteal Parker. Donnelly keeps his dribble back to McDavis. McDavis on the move, left in the lane, now finds Tyam in the right corner to Martis. Martis slips it back to Donnelly. Donnelly comes back out on the dribble as we cross the 4-minute mark for the fourth quarter. Here comes Donnelly on the drive, stops, comes up shooting, no good from the foul line. Rebound comes down to Clemens, a bounce to Parker. Parker on the drive, lays it up, nope, drew the foul. And Parker will shoot 2 with 3:42 left. What would you say was the turning point in this contest?
I think it was the first lob dunk back in the first quarter from, I believe it was Parker to Taylor, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
We talked about big plays earlier that can turn the tide and change the momentum or create a spark or deflate a team, and that was the one for Simeon. Because, again, we see the first team, and we've seen this throughout the day, the first team looks to try to slow things down, and that's what Bloomington did here, tried to slow it down. Simeon got off the break, a couple of dunks, and all of a sudden it's a 30-point lead.
Kendrick Pollard in, Jabari Parker departs. He'll leave with 19 points. 3:41 remaining, 62-31 in favor of Simeon. It's a double tally, and they've led since the close to the end of the first quarter. Martis has it off to the right, guarded by Neely. Out front to McDavis. McDavis out near the timeline. Turns on the dribble, swings it back left side to Martis. Back to the right for Donnelly. Donnelly holds and looks against Clemens. Now, Donnelly comes out on the dribble, works it out near the timeline, swings it to McDavis. McDavis works it right and then works it left, all the way to the baseline, cut off, back out to Martis, left wing three, nope, and the rebound comes down. Simeon has the ball. Here's Kendrick Nunn with a baseline jump, missed. Rebound on the floor, comes down to Clemens, out front Neely. Neely backs it up. John Gardner, number 33 on the floor for Simeon. And I think some of the fans are going to, nope, they haven't moved yet. Here comes Kendrick Nunn with a reverse layup. It's in, and he draws the foul.
You mentioned the fans, Brian. Many won't be leaving, although they came to see this was a great session to come and watch, because not only do you have the number 1 ranked team in the nation, but following this game will be the host team, Pontiac.
Yep.
And so you expect the full house to continue, if not more, to be quite honest with you.
And that's your call, I think. Pontiac, Emmanuel, and then Oak Park, River Forest, and St. Charles North. Those are the last 2 of the night. And EJ will have the call for those 2. Free throw good by Kendrick Nunn. 65-31, 2.5 remaining in this one. And now on the floor for the first time, Ryan Baker. Dancing on the dribble, now finds Martis. Off the screen from Tyan. Martis swings it left side to DeMarkel Pittman, who's on the floor. Back to Martis on the right wing. 2:14 left, ball tipped away, stolen by Nunn. Here come the Wolverines, a tap ahead, and the reverse layup is in. DeJuan Stewart, 67-31. I don't believe that Bloomington has scored this period. They have it underneath to tie him, and from the way it looks, they won't. Now back to Kendrick Nunn, a right corner 3, count it.
Kendrick Nunn.
Wow. 13-0 here in this 4th quarter. That's the scoring. Raiders have it in play. Time to pick some players of the game, and I'll turn to EJ for that. EJ?
It's kind of tough to say, to be quite honest with you.
An air ball here.
For Bloomington, I'm going to go with Brady Rose.
Good call.
Brady Rose got open, was able to knock down some shots, and pretty much the offense kind of ran through Brady Rose for quite some time for the Raiders. That he'd even forced Coach Robert Smith to make an adjustment to keep Rose from the corner. And for Simeon, I know Steve Taylor got a lot of looks on the inside. He was assisting on a lot of baskets. I'd say between him and Jabari Parker, but actually I'd take Steve Taylor. He really ignited some things, as well as Jabari Parker. So I guess we can go co-players, if you will.
All right. A minute to go, and Simeon is pitching a shutout here in the 4th quarter. Gardner has it this time off to the left. Washington has it this time on the left wing. Kendrick Nunn has it out near the timeline. Nunn with a right-handed dribble. Hands it off to Neely. Excuse me, to Clemens. Clemens swings it left side, now back out front to Nunn. 37 seconds left in the ball game. Kendrick Nunn out near the timeline, and Simeon wants to pitch a shutout here in this 4th quarter. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Down to 24 seconds left. Kendrick Nunn deep to the right. Nunn turns on the dribble and backs it out near the timeline. 16, 15, Nunn backs out on the dribble. 13, 12, 11. They swing it to the right side for John Gardner. Out front is Clemens. And Simeon has pitched a shutout in the 4th quarter. Wow. Defensive prowess indeed, as the Simeon Wolverines pitch a shutout in the 4th quarter. And the final score, Simeon 70 and Bloomington 31. Final thoughts, EJ?
Well, we look forward to seeing Simeon as they move on. Of course, the more games you win, the tougher the journey gets. So we expect to see them somewhere down the line, at least in the semifinals. But a great job, I think, by Bloomington Raiders not being intimidated by the Simeon squad. That is so easy to do, because whoever they match up with, most of the time they're going to be the favorite. In fact, they're going to be the favorite every time. and that's just the bottom line with that. But kudos to Coach Michael Mosley and the Bloomington Raiders for putting up a hard-earned effort, and good luck to Simeon as well.
And kudos to you and to Will the Thrill Clancy and our executive producer, Jim McAteer. EJ takes you the rest of the way. For now, my name is Brian Snow. Hope you enjoyed it as we enjoy bringing it to you. Number 1, Simeon shuts out Bloomington in the fourth quarter, and they win it going away 70-31. That'll do it. See you in a few minutes.